my beloved Duchenne community. Welcome to the February Thrive issue 2013. This issue is, of course, to celebrate the life of my precious son Luke Delia, who died about 15 days ago. His passing was absolutely the most spectacular thing, awe-inspiring thing, beautiful thing I have ever seen. At the same time, of course, the most painful. There's a reason why, parents are supposed to die before their children. It's the most agonizing feeling that I think any parent could ever go through. But this issue, like I said, is about celebrating who Luke was, who Luke is. He's just this adventurous, free spirit. He was strong-willed. He had a desire to live as independently as possible. He also had these ideas about how his life was supposed to be. He did not want tracheotomies. He did not want G-tubes to help with feeding him. He did not want colostomies. He didn't want to be hooked up to machines to live a successful life. He didn't want to have to rely on these things to keep him alive. He felt that he would be better off going to heaven instead of having all this burden on his body, which Duchenne already creates a heavy burden on the body and the families and the individual. I don't think we'll ever know what it was like for Luke or these Duchenne guys to live in their own skins, to live life knowing or not knowing when it was their time to go. And so in saying all this, Luke's passing and death was a complete shock. It was an emergency. It was the most scary thing ever because we thought we had our bases covered. Vector had helped him with his heart function, his pulmonary function, his overall physiology. He'd gained some mobility back. But there was something silent going on that we did not know about. And Vector can help with the pain and giving the body more circulation and things like that. But if you do not know what to treat with the Vector, you can't treat it. And so we had this miraculous thing going on and something silent going on inside Luke's body. And if I think back long, hindsight's always 20/20. I've always, especially the last year since he had moved back and he moved back in and he moved in his own house, he'd had some moments of what we thought were just indigestion. He had a couple episodes, and they didn't happen all the time. They were kind of far apart. So we really didn't know that Luke's colon was already starting to twist, or that the colon was already starting to build up. Because Luke passed with his colon twisted and impacted so bad that they could not do surgery. And when the colon is restricted and the blood flow and the oxygen's restricted and actually cut off, the colon starts to die, and we cannot live without our colon. And they had offered Luke surgery when we first got into the emergency room, before they did all the testing, before they really knew what was going on as far as his physiology and as far as Duchenne muscular dystrophy goes. But Luke refused. He did not want surgery. He refused pain medicine. He was a fighter. He wanted independence. And the doctor asked him, which I'll never ever forget, "Luke, have you had a good life?" And all Luke could do at that point was either shake his head yes, or shake his head no. And he said yes. He shook his head yes. And then the doctor asked him, "Luke, are you ready to go to heaven?" And he had a long pause because Luke knew I was sitting right next to him, and he said yes. I'm sharing this with you because Duchenne robbed Luke's life of living independently. And ultimately, not only did they not know what was going on, when they did the CAT scan, they saw that it was so bad that they didn't even believe that Luke could handle the surgery. And that was the final call, when they realized that they couldn't even do surgery, that he would die on the table. So we had a choice to make. We had a choice either to put Luke through something he had already said he did not want to do, or to let him die peacefully with all of us around him. Yeah, fighter to the end. I'm gonna miss him like nobody's business. He was my partner. He was my confidant. He was my friend. I got to have a relationship with him past childhood, and I'm forever, ever grateful for that. And so, in helping Luke create his own life of independence, he'd gotten his own van, he lived in his own house, he managed his own team of care providers, and he went his own grocery shopping. And so Luke got his dreams. His dreams were met, and I feel very, very grateful. I have no regrets at all what kind of a parent I was to him, what kind of mother I was to him, or what kind of friend I was to him. And if I had to do it all over again, I'd do it all over again. I'd do it again and again and again. As well, I know every parent out there would do that for their child. So the balloons that you see were at Luke's celebration of life reception. We had a bouncy house, and we had clowns that did balloon art, and we did face painting, and we just celebrated with pictures and pulling the families together. And it was glorious. However, that's something I would not want to do again. I can guarantee it. But I also feel, since Luke was diagnosed, if you've read In Your Face, my first book, you know that I had this deep calling, this urge to help other parents that I knew Duchenne was happening to our family and to me and to my son, so I could reach out and help people. I did not know what that was going to look like, and now we're fast forward. Luke was 21, 1 month and 1 day when he passed. And I feel stronger than ever, if not even, I have a fire under me now. Duchenne must end. Duchenne is not what gets our boys, but it takes their stamina. Without muscle, they have no endurance. Without muscle, they don't have energy, and they can't fight. They can't fight the things that come their way. And that is what's so crucial that people need to understand. Duchenne must end for that reason alone. These guys, these children deserve the best life as possible, and I will not stop. I will keep telling Luke's story and sharing our story and my mission of Duchenne eradication until there is no more Duchenne or there is no more me. And that's how strongly I feel. Now, after this magazine comes out and the book Don't Forget Your Siblings comes out, I do plan to rejuvenate and to do some resting, and just to kind of go on with my new life, because now that Luke has freedom, I can spread my wings and fly, and I will not stop. So in this magazine, you're going to find lots of inspirational things about who Luke was. I found on his he's got a digital picture frame, and there's some photos on there that he had taken. He loved the outdoors, he loved scenery, he loved everything that he could just feel. And I'm going to share that with you as well. This whole magazine is geared to celebrate life, celebrate Luke's life, and I hope I just hope that you enjoy meeting Luke if you've not met him before, and just reveling in who he was and what he stood for. And I just really want us all to come together in celebrating that and celebrating life. Life's meant to be lived, to be cherished. We're supposed to thrive. No matter what is going on, we are supposed to thrive, and I completely believe that. And so, without further ado, again, my heart goes out to every one of you. Thank you all for standing by me. Thank you all for your posts and just your prayers and your love for me and my family. And I really, really, really thank you. I can't thank you enough. So I hope you enjoy the magazine. It's been an emotional ride to shoot the video. I love you all, and we'll see you soon. Take care.